Alright, I'm going to show you a technique I used in music theory class that helped me understand chords and chord structure. It's a little bit unconventional. I haven't actually seen it published in any books, but it's kind of useful and it is helpful. The idea is to use graph paper and have every square represent one semitone. And so here I'm going to write the labels across. All right, so this is one octave here. And I'm going to write a repeat just to show how it repeats. All right, so this is 12 pitch classes here, and I'm writing a repeat just for convenience. But we're not going to think about octaves. We're just going to think about the notes. And you can see here the middle squares represent either C sharp or D flat, and then D sharp or E flat. So I'm not worrying about exactly the names of each note. I'm only worrying about which semitone in the scale it is. And once you've written your scale like this, what can you do? Well, you can say, if I have a C major chord, 1, 3, 5, you have the root at C, the third at E, and the fifth at G. And this lets you see the structure of where exactly the notes are. So I can see here that the third is 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones up from C, which is a major third. That's not too surprising. Once you start getting into weird, chords, it helps you keep things straight. So anytime you see this pattern, this will be a major chord. So even if it's here, 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 this will be a D sharp major or an E flat major chord. You could also imagine things crossing a line here. So this chord here would be an A major chord. And because these are pitch classes, everything will happen at the octaves too. So the E, so I'm just mirroring these notes back. So we have C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, A. These are all happening at the same time. So if you see these X's and you're thinking, what chord is this? You have to start pattern matching. And one of the patterns is this pattern here. So that's the major chord. And if this is the only pattern that's there, then you know it's a major chord for sure. So let's do another example. So how about minor chords? What does a minor chord look like? So E minor has E, G, B. Right, and so here's the pattern of a minor chord. You can see that there's a minor third and the major third, whereas the major chord had the major third and the minor third. So how do we use this? So let's imagine that we have something like this. So we have D, F sharp, G flat, we're not sure, B. There's a B up here. All right, so here are the X's. What chord is it? You start thinking, well, if it's these three, that doesn't match any pattern we know. Is it these three? No. It's got to be these three here. And so these three match the minor chord pattern. So you see it's a minor third and then a major third. And so this is B minor. So this is just a way of keeping track of notes and using pattern matching to find out what chords are. It's fun stuff.